Hello and welcome to The Lab, a Minecraft podcast where we explore, experiment, and theorize about all things Minecraft. I am MinerThoughts, and with me is my co-host, my brother from down under, the Troj. How are you today, Troj?
Good. But I will start by saying if you do notice any issues with the video today, I'm sorry. Australian internet is having an Australian internet day. It doesn't help that it's raining as well. So the video over that way may get a bit stuttery, but yeah, please forgive us for that.
It looks fine on my end.
Yeah, but
You're the one stuttering, not me.
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's see if we can get through this episode before the internet decides to go. Yeah. Last week's episode was a bit of a cracker.
Apparently so. You guys are liking it, and even more people have joined us and are liking the video as well.
Yeah, welcome to the new subscribers, the new listeners. It's just got a lot of traction across every platform. So it's nice to see. So if you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back.
We talk about Minecraft mostly, but we are content creators and we talk about different things in the content creation sphere around Minecraft. Then we also talk about, the latest things in Minecraft, snapshots, sometimes different trends within Minecraft. So, yeah, if that's the type of thing that you like, then this is the podcast for you.
Exactly. And I saw one comment that someone said, there are still Minecraft podcasts? Yes. And according to Good Pods, you are listening to the number 2 listen podcast of Minecraft, Behind the Spawn Chunks. I still got to keep throwing that in.
Yes. And now I had noticed about from our host, our podcast host, Acast, that a lot of you guys listen to us on Apple Podcasts. Please do us a favor. Leave us a rating.
A 5-star rating.
Love that.
5-star rating. 5-star would be good. It just helps push it out to more people and pushes the way those algorithms work. And if you're listening on Spotify and all that as well, 5-star would be great as well. But, I really enjoyed the chat with Jake last week. And it sort of inspired me to push on to look at other ways to bring the whole Buildstone and movement to my world. And as of recording last night, I actually joined the Twitch SMP. And which is interesting. I'm feeling like the grandpa there massively. But it's I'm going to change my play style a little bit on that server and play with and experiment with Buildstone.
Okay. Okay. Explain to me what Twitch SMP is, because I know nothing about it. I know you're on it. So
I am now.
That's about it.
Oh, look, it's an SMP. It's another SMP that is entitled Twitch SMP. And it's probably more in the Twitch sphere, particularly, I think, probably with the younger crowd, is probably one of the more well-known servers. And it's exclusively for streamers on Twitch. Exclusively. So you don't get on there unless you're a streamer and you're on Twitch. And, the owner, Just Dash, basically is the one that, and her mods, the ones that decide who gets on there. Where I'm going with that story is, usually with me, when I come in and play Minecraft, is I start my world, I've got a project in mind, it's usually a build. I want to build either in this style. So season 1 was like, I want to do bring the nether to the overworld. Season 2 was I'm going to do Wild West. Season 3, I'm going to do Stargate. Season 4, I'm doing Greek fantasy. So, and then I set up my plan, I plan my base out, and I go from there. Joining Twitch, not swapping because I'm staying on Interrealms obviously, but jumping onto Twitch SMP, I'm going to change my style. I'm going to change the sort of player I am, and I'm going to jump right into the redstone, the Buildstone stuff.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I'm changing my play style.
Well, I know you're not going to give me any spoilers because I would just go and tell everybody, but I am assuming you're going to still have a build style, but incorporate aesthetics of movement.
Yes. Well, I went looking for a very specific area on the server. No, I didn't know the map. They have Dyn map, so you can sort of I could see the world that they've got from a bird's eye perspective, but you can't really see everything from the bird's eye perspective on a Minecraft map. So I had a couple of spots picked out that I wanted to go and look at, and I actually stumbled upon something that I wasn't expecting to find. I went, oh, I can do something with that spot. But I'm going to do something that I've not done before, but I've always wanted to do, and that is medieval. Oh, no, yeah, medieval. Yeah, I know. Minecraft, medieval, Zodon, whatever. I'm going to, incorporate those things. And the flags will be one of those things that I do because I think it just looks absolutely stunning. I haven't got a full idea formulated. Yes, to that degree, I'm still going to do it. But by this stage of joining an SMP, because like I had a pretty strong suspicion I was going to get accepted, it was a case of, okay, normally I would sit down and go, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start planning a build. I'm going to need this sort of materials. And I haven't done that at all. My whole thought pattern now has been, okay, I want to put this thing moving. So what can I build to incorporate this? I'm putting the movement before the build. Whereas on Interrealms, where I've got areas already built, I'm now thinking, okay, how can I change that area to put movement into it, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
So I've changed my way of thinking. And I think it's going to be something is probably going to impact me because I've always said, if you listen to my streams and videos, it's like movement. It needs movement. Minecraft needs movement. And this is the way to do it now. So it's probably going to have a longer term impact on me, probably change my overall playing because of this Buildstone movement.
So on Twitch SMP, you're still going to be a bunch of creators, or like how many creators?
Yeah,
Okay.
like 30 joined last night. So
a lot like Interrealms.
Yeah, look, I think it's very different than Interrealms. Very, very different. I think the players are very different. Their Minecraft experience is different. It's just a different vibe. It's a different feel. And I'm still going to find my place in there. I am definitely the grandpa over there. They're very different. Like, there's a lot of people there you can tell are PvP focused. I don't know. There are builders on there, but they're not a Cobble K builder. They're not a Jurassics builder. There are Redstoners on there. There's someone actually making a computer. I don't know if I can spoil. There's someone making a computer in Redstone.
Oh, wow.
So, but there's a very big mix. I think if you're going to throw 50 people together, you're going to get a wide variety of skills across the board. Yeah, it's a very different experience.
I mean, we all love playing, on Interrealms and different SMPs and with friends and whatnot. But going back to Jake, he does do like a hangout SMP, but he started solo. A lot of his builds and stuff, he said he doesn't worry about lag because it's on a solo world. And there's people that just prefer play solo. They may play on an SMP, but for instance, Reimagined, my girlfriend, she loves the early game. She loves just starting a new world, like maybe with the latest update, and just, going into caves, finding diamonds, finding a village, setting up a couple farms, all the early game stuff you do. She rarely, I don't think she's ever went to the end in any of her solo worlds. I think she dipped her toes in a trial chamber, but I totally avoided an ancient city. But she's happy with that. And then you have other types of solo players, people that absolutely love modded. There was a big discussion in the Interrealms Discord about different solo worlds. Modded real RL Craft were some of the ones mentioned.
RL Craft isn't a mod. It's a mod, but I'm being facetious. RL Craft is a way to give yourself early stress.
That is true.
No, thank you. Done it once. I'm good.
Isn't there another one that's pretty stressful? Vintage. Is it Vintage Story?
Yeah,
it's its own thing, isn't it?
I don't know. I think so. I got no interest in it at all.
Yeah.
At all. It doesn't. It's not my thing. I'm not interested in it. I'm a Minecrafter. So
stuff you've done solo. You love challenges.
I do.
You've done different challenges.
I do. I think if I had my time over again, And it's actually interesting you say that, because it's not exclusive to Minecraft. So another game that I absolutely love is 7 Days to Die. And Blind Cubsy and I, we are so hooked on that game. Like last night before and after the Twitch SMP launch, he and I were playing. And we've done videos for it, so on my secondary channel, but we stopped doing them for a while because we weren't actually very good at the game. We thought, well, let's get better at the game and then we'll do something. And we keep throwing ideas back and forth at each other about different challenges that we can do. And I came up with one off the cuff last night, and I threw it at him, and we were play testing it last night. For me, I really enjoy taking the game that you have and then finding another way to either make it harder or do a challenge in it to see if you can do it or not. So I think one of the last ones I did in Minecraft was Straight Line. So I found
I love that one.
I found a data pack where you cannot move off this one line. You can go maybe like half a block or a little bit into the block either side of the main block, but it's one line. And I've got to admit, I didn't know whether it was even possible. You know, you've got to be pretty lucky that with the end portal, the data pack actually did make sure that there would be a end portal on your line. You're fine. Right. You can get to the end. But everything else you have to do on the one line. So getting into the nether, you have to be lucky enough that your path will cross somewhere a fortress. You know, and I was just happy enough that it crossed just the very end of a fortress. And it took that episode where I was trying to get the blaze rods. I think the episode is about 15 minutes, and I'm not going to lie, it took me 5 hours to record that one.
Wow.
Because I crossed the end of the fortress. It was nowhere near a blaze spawner. I could see the blaze spawner. It was miles away. So what I had to do is I set up 2 bases in there, and I had to go from one side to the other, hoping that something like a blaze would spawn close enough for me to whack it, because a blaze won't come at you. A blaze will stay at a distance and shoot at you, which is no good. You have to, because you can't reach it, and you can't use water to bring, like water stream to bring it closer to you, because no water in the nether. So on this line, I had to be lucky enough for a blaze to spawn close enough to the line that I could whack it to get the thing. And might I add, this was in hardcore. That was done.
That's true.
That one was done. I really made it harder. But, you know, we've done stuff with Jurassics where we've done a single biome world, you know.
Yeah.
Hardcore, one perishes, we both perish. And the first one we did on that was, he didn't know it was going to be single biome, and it was Badlands only. And he was going, this is the biggest mesa I've ever seen. And then about 10 minutes in, it cottoned onto him that it was all mesa, the entire world. But then I and Cubsy, and then Cubsy and I have done like a survival island thing. I enjoy that. It's giving a challenge to the game, sort of making your own game in the game. And I enjoy the challenge side of it.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot about hardcore before. There is a large group of people that's what they love. Their solo worlds, hardcore. But that's one of those that is just not for me.
I just started a hardcore world on Twitch.
Yep.
It's the first time I've done a solo hardcore world in 3 years, 2 years, something like that. I hadn't usually touched it. But you're right. Particularly on Twitch, I find it is very big. A lot of the bigger streamers, you know, they've got their hardcore world for 5,000 days, etc., etc. And just a couple in the last 2 weeks have actually lost theirs. So you had Pyfro, our friend Pyfro from Interrealms. He unfortunately lost his to a glitch, unfortunately, a free cam glitch. He was at his gold farm getting XP, and he went in free cam to show someone the perimeter. And when he came back, it teleported him actually into the kill chamber. And yeah, he's still worked up about that one. And I understand it because a lot of time goes into it. And then Zulon lost his. It was like almost over 6,000 days, I think it was, and he lost it to an accident. So, you know, that's the thing with hardcore. You take one, you turn your brain off. And that's why I had stopped doing it for a long time, because when you're streaming, you're so distracted by chat, and particularly my chat. You know, it distracts you, and it takes your mind off what you're focusing on. And, you know, I've lost that many hardcore worlds before I've even really got started. But I can't say why. I have a reason I'm doing hardcore. I have a reason. I can't say why, but I have a reason why I'm doing it. That is a big thing particularly on streamers, I find, is hardcore is a big thing.
Yeah. And then there's a smaller group of people that they don't want to play in hardcore. You die. And maybe too shy to play on an SMP, but they just want to build. So it's always in creative. There's the Discord username, but loves to build trains in
Train Ruby.
creative.
Train Ruby.
Train Ruby. Just loves to build trains and does it all in creative. Different trains, train tracks, buildings, surrounding trains. It's one of Train Ruby's passions. And then of course, you have the flat world creative people that they either do redstone. They have like huge redstone worlds, always tinkering with something or always building huge mega builds. And then you have Cobble K, which does that, brings it over into survival.
or SB does after calling dibs, one of the two. But I think I think you summed it up when we were talking about what we're going to talk about this week to try and follow on from the Buildstone episode is your world, your way. And I think that is why Minecraft is so successful and why it continues to be successful and doesn't appear to be slowing down too much is because there are so many ways you can play the game. And at the end of the day, you don't want to play Minecraft as they intend it, because Minecraft is get into the world, build stuff up, go to the end, kill the Ender Dragon, Minecraft complete. That is Minecraft. But there is so many ways to play it in such that sandbox that there is no right way, there is no wrong way, it is your way. And I think that is why it is so successful, is because people can, okay, I've killed the Ender Dragon, now let's go and build something, or let's go and focus on this, or go and build a mini game, or go and do a redstone contraption, or let's do a challenge, or achievement hunt. That's a big thing as well. So I think that is why it is so successful, and I think that's why it is the greatest game of all time.
And you could do it together, or you can do it solo. It's it's a game.
100%. And in that chat on the Discord too, people were saying that someone was saying, well, we won't be specific. Someone was saying, they've been in communities where they've been picked on because of the way they've wanted to play, and it's like that shouldn't happen. If you enjoy playing a game a particular way, particularly Minecraft, so be it. There's sometimes people will say, you shouldn't use this mod because it's cheaty. Okay, that's your opinion, but other people like using that mod because even though it's cheaty, it gives them joy. It brings them, it feels like they're more completing their process. And two of the ones that I can think of that ticks the box of is the mini maps and Litematica. Mini maps, as far as I'm concerned, should be a thing in Minecraft. The worlds are that big and that convoluted. I got no problem with the mini map. And Litematica, you've got easy place mode, and you've got now we've got a different server on the mod on the server that allows basically easy place to put the blocks down exactly as it is. You don't actually have to position yourself, puts it in. If a stair is aligned this way, you click it and that's the way it'll go down. I'm very uncomfortable with that. Personally, where it sits, do I use it? Yes. But I'm uncomfortable with it because it does feel cheaty to me. But other people have got no problem with it. So are they wrong? No. But does it feel cheaty to me? Yes. That's the way we as a community have decided to play it. So
yeah, but in a solo world, it's your world. You play it your way. If you want to dupe sand. It's your world.
Yeah. There's we know some of the hermits are very, very against even duping TNT in farms. That's their choice. That's their prerogative. Those that do it, are they wrong? No, that's their choice. Your world, your way. Your experience. Go nuts.
Yes. We would like to know how you play your worlds. You can reach us in many different ways. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like and let us know.
And subscribe.
Oh, and subscribe. Yes. But let us know how you like to play. What you do in your solo worlds. If it's modded, if it's hardcore, if it's just creative. If it's, if you like to punish yourself in RL crafts, let us know down in the comments. If you want to send us just a private message, you can do that through the email at minecraftlab@gmail.com. You can do that at minecraftlabpodcast@gmail.com. You could also reach us on the Discord. We're always talking over there about Minecraft and other things. So that's one way you could do it. You could go to the socials. We're on the different socials like Twitter X at MC Lab Podcast on Twitter X, at MCLab_podcast on Twitter X, or on Lab MC Podcast on Blue Sky. And of course, all these links and more can be found in the description. And also, all the episodes are on the interrealmssmp.com website. Just if you want to go straight there, type in podcast.interrealmssmp.com, and that will get you straight to all the latest episodes.
No, I'd like to apologize. Just watching the recording as it's happening, I apologize for the video quality of Miner today. He's doing his best. No, it's Australian internet. It's just, the connection today is absolutely shocking. So the feed that I'm getting through from Miner is, it's not great. So hopefully the sound works. So I apologize for that. It's not our usual quality, but still better than looking at like a little picture of Miner thoughts. It's
not me, it's you. Or it's not you, it's me.
I'm doing it my way.
Something
Leave me
like
alone. my cam, my way.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, no, it's been a flow-on chat from last week's episode into today, and I've enjoyed it, and it's certainly something that's particularly like the whole Buildstone thing got me thinking differently.
Yeah, and it's just a new way to look at Minecraft, a new way to look at redstone. And Jake, if you are watching this, we were so honored to have you on the podcast. Thank you.
But with that, I guess we'll see you guys all next week.
Thank you for sticking around and watching.
Bye-bye.
This has been a production of the Interrealms Podcast Network. For more information, go to podcast.interrealmssmp.com. You can see that full link in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening.